my own personal philosophy, one that I think offers a sounder basis for knowledge and wisdom than religion, is based on reason. Now, as soon as we're having this conversation, as long as we are trying to persuade one another of why you should do something or should believe something, you're already committed to reason. We're not engaged in a fist fight. We're not bribing each other to believe something. We're trying to provide reasons. We're trying to persuade, to convince. As long as you're doing that in the first place, you're not hitting someone with a chair or putting a gun to their head or bribing them to believe something, you've lost any argument you have against reason. You've already signed on to reason, whether you like it or not. So the fact that we're having this conversation shows that we're committed to reason. That is the starting point. And from reason, many other things follow. I think science is just the application of reason to the natural world. There's no such thing as the scientific method in the sense of a recipe or a formula, because techniques in science are always changing to handle the problems in front of us. Science is really an attempt to explain things, to answer the question of why it's the way it is, as opposed to some other way it could have been. And it's an attempt to do your darndest to figure out that the things that you believe are true. It's the application of reason in the most purified and concentrated form, in a way that I think is continuous with philosophy, with law, with political organization, if it's done right. And I think it also provides much of the grounding for ethics and morality. At heart, morality is treating other people the way one would want to be treated oneself. And some version of that, of interchangeability of perspectives, the fact that I'm not the only entity in the universe and I have no grounds for privileging my interests over yours. That's really what most or all moral systems ultimately boil down to. And again, as long as I'm talking to someone, as long as I'm providing reasons, I can't say that I am a unique, privileged person and hope for you to take me seriously. Why should you? You're you, I'm me. Anything that I come up with as a code of behavior, any reason that I give you for how you should behave has to apply to me in order for me not to be a hypocrite or to contradict myself. And once you do that, then I think much or all of morality follows. So I think that, I think that the alternative that many people appeal to, namely faith, immediately refutes itself. Faith means believing something with no good reason to do it. Once you're talking to someone about what it is good to do, what they ought to do, what they have reasons to do, you cannot appeal to faith. You're committed to reason. I think what disposes me to a good life is putting myself in the shoes of others, knowing that I expect things of other people. I'm a social organism. No creature is an island. The fact that I expect things of other people means, at the pain of self-contradiction, that I owe them things. I recognize also that there are certain actions that make everyone better off, myself included. I want to be better off. I want other people to do things that make me, as an example of a human being, better off, and that imposes a certain obligation on me to do the same thing. And among them, one out of many things that makes us better off, I think, is knowing how stuff works, including ourselves. I like to think that the quest to figure out what makes humans tick will ultimately make humans better off, and the ethical urge that I feel to do that is at least in part from the fact that I think I would benefit from it, and I'm no different from anyone else. For me, the biggest issue facing the world, at least in the human realm, the socio-political realm, is how to get the ideas that I think have worked for us, basically the ideas of the Enlightenment, of democracy, of science, of skepticism, of reason, rationality, of humanitarianism, how to get the rest of the world to capitalize on that trend that we've enjoyed for so long. It didn't come easy to us. It doesn't mean that we're superior in any cosmic sense, but we have hit on a way of living that I think is better to the alternatives. That is classic liberal democracy informed by science and reason. There are large chunks of the world that haven't got there yet. They could do a lot of damage until they have their secular enlightenment. I have no solution as to how to speed that up. Clearly, sending armies in and imposing it by force hasn't worked too well. It's unclear to me what will work well, but I wish we knew. If the United States has some role in spreading the values that we associate with the Enlightenment, like tolerance and reason and skepticism and so on, then it clearly can't hold itself as exceptional. It can't say that there is something uniquely special about the United States because it's the United States and hope anyone else to take them seriously. In doing so, that would be immediately contradicting the very idea that it would be nice to spread, namely that no entity is special by virtue of being that entity. It's got to make its case to other entities that a priori are considered to be equal partners in the conversation. So while I think it's okay to say for the United States and other liberal democracies to say, we found a system that works, here's why it works, here's what's good about it, they can't do it by saying we're going to impose it because we're us and we can do that. Those two ideas are in contradiction. The whole advantage of liberal democracy is that you make your case not because of who you are, but because you've got a good case and that you can persuade others and that you don't privilege your own vantage point over theirs.